The name of the car is the Francis L Suter. It's a 1914 Pullman heavyweight business car. The Suter name came from the previous owner's grandfather. When he bought the car 20-some years earlier, he thought the siblings would be able to contribute money and help build it out because it was in pretty rough shape at that time. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way, but he continued to like the car and decorate it and did an excellent job. It's kind of in the motif of a 30s or 40s home if you get the opportunity to walk through it. We're sitting in the parlor right now. This particular Pullman was built for the operating officer of the Pennsylvania Railroad. It was essentially his business car that he could take on the rails, the various projects, check on existing customers, entertain new customers. So he traveled with his private chef, private porter, and private secretary. And this is a rail car, and like other passenger cars that many of you are familiar with, this only sleeps 6 plus 2 crew. So it's limited in that respect. But again, it looks like a home, and many people have told me it feels cozy and home-like. So, and it's painted a brighter color than what typical private varnish cars were, or antique rail cars were in the early days, that were dark mahogany wood. This is an all-steel construction. It was actually painted to look like mahogany, including painting the grain in the walls to make it look like mahogany. But the previous owner lightened the colors, matched materials for the sofa, chairs, drapes, and it just worked out. That's what really attracted me to the car. It's just so bright and airy and friendly. That's the wood supply for the wood-burning fireplace. This particular car has an original Pullman installed fireplace in 1914. And although it's set up now with candles and a wreath for Sgt Santa event, because it's too warm here, we can't really burn a fire in the fireplace. So we simulated some light in the fireplace with what you see there. The hearth above the fireplace was founded in England at the same foundry that made the one on the movie, the Titanic, where they are in the rather large suite. He's sketching the young lady. The design is very similar, but the fact that it was in the same foundry is pretty interesting too. This is not really a sleeper car. It's more of a day car for entertainment, and just a smaller group for night entertainment. During the day we can get 12 to 15 people in the car comfortably. But at night, like I said, it only sleeps 6 plus 2 crew. I would like to have a sleeper car accompany me where we can handle larger groups and go from there. Well, there was an opportunity last year, Fort Eustis, to entertain the kids at Christmas time. It was such a big hit. They wanted to step it up a bit this time around. They used 2 of their own cars. This time there's 5 of us here with private cars, including one with a barber shop in it that they had last year. And it seems to be attraction to the officers that want to come on board and have a shave and a haircut on the rails. This is my first time here. Now, this is a joint base with Langley Air Force Base, and professionally I worked there for quite a few years off and on. That's one of the many military bases I traveled to. 2 weekends for Sgt Santa. We arrived a week ahead of time to get set up for it. The Army was gracious enough to provide some privates that were interested in rails and wanted to help, and they helped us clean the windows inside and out and vacuum and scrub the rugs. So it was a nice opportunity, and there may even be some additional trips planned in 2023. They're talking to me to see if I can come back, and I'm interested in that too.